Hello, people of YouTube, it's Deepak here, and welcome to the DCS news for the 12th of October 2024. I hope you all enjoyed that, my most recent video in my Mirage F1 EE series, all about the air-to-air BVR mode of the radar. I will be continuing to teach everybody all about the fantastic radar in the Mirage F1. It's actually for the era fairly capable. You've got some kind of ground mapping and ranging. It's got the ability to do like telemetry modes, and it's got a couple of air-to-air modes as well as even having some fairly rudimentary dogfight like auto acquisition modes, which is kind of fun. So not too shabby. Welcome to the stream, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Orleans Junkie, and Mr. Yeti. Welcome. As I said, I hope you all enjoyed that. There will be a bunch more videos on the radar, and then I'll move on to weapons employment, of which there are many. It's a fairly early multi-role combat aircraft, so it can do a bunch of different things. Wargames, welcome to the stream. I salute you. Excellent. So let's jump in and have a little look at the Eagle Dynamics newsletter for this week. A fairly quiet news week this week. There's only a few items on here, and I've got some other bits and bobs to go over after that. But we have the Mi-24P Hind livery competition. Design your own custom livery for the Mi-24P Hind, and if your entry stands out, it could officially be added to DCS. All liveries must be based on paint schemes prior to 2018. Good luck. I don't know why. I don't know why they have that limitation. It's very interesting, but nonetheless, this seems like a fun little competition. First place, you get $100 worth of ED miles, plus a free module, and your livery gets added to the Hind module. Second place gets $50 of ED miles, and their livery is added to the module. And third place gets $25 worth of ED miles, and their livery added to the module. Welcome to the stream, Golden Gnu. Nice to have you on board. So there's a bunch of conditions about how to actually be part of the competition. Not going to read all of these out. You should check out the newsletter yourself to see all of this exciting stuff. The winners will be contacted and announced in the newsletter, so stay tuned. We're excited to see how you envisage the Mi-24P Hind's look on the battlefield. Good luck, and may the most creative and detailed design win. And when is it this is running until? It doesn't say. That's very interesting. Oh, wait, no, here we go. All entries must be submitted by the 29th of November, 23:59 GMT. So, there you go. We have until then. Channel right. Hello, my PC stopped working, so I'll be without DCS for a week. New upgrade coming Saturday, hopefully. Well, at least you get a new machine out of it. But yeah, that's unfortunate. It's never fun when the kit breaks. I've had troubles with my DCS installation recently as well. B. Denson, welcome to the stream, and Osprey, welcome to the stream. If you haven't already, everyone, remember you can subscribe, like, and comment. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's a really big help to the channel. And if you'd like to further support the channel and help me make these tutorial videos and the DCS news, you have the option of joining Deepak's ground crew by clicking on the join button below. It's no more than the cost of a cup of coffee per month, and it really, really helps. So consider doing that. Next, we have the F4E Phantom 2 development report. Latest update for the DCS F4E Phantom 2 by Heatblur Simulations brought a range of exciting new features, missions, and improvements. The update introduces the thrilling Frog 7 mini campaign that's set in Syria, with optional combined arms features. This is actually one of the first times I'm hearing about having combined arms features in a campaign. It's kind of cool. As well as new instant action missions for Afghanistan. So, I think I actually played this a couple of weeks ago, but it is rather cool. I'm going to play it again. Here's the trailer for the Frog 7 mini campaign, which is specifically for Heatblur's F4E Phantom 2. Yeah, I remember commenting on the fact that they don't give a year, although I guess, we can easily look up Wikipedia and find out when the Yom Kippur War was. Likey says Osprey. Yogi, hi Deepak, hope you're doing well. And Samantha says bunny. bunny. So check this out. This is looking pretty good. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Good to have you aboard. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Smash that like button, although don't damage your equipment. So yeah, this is a really cool trailer. It's got nice music, which I unfortunately cannot play for you because YouTube will copyright strike me. But this looks like a lot of fun. I need to get more into the F4. I've not flown it that much. I've only got a handful of flights under my belt. I've been focusing on the Mirage F1 recently. But it's so nicely modeled. Like, as always, Heatblur have completely rocked our socks off with this one. So I'm going to need to get into it a little bit further. And already it's had a bunch of updates. They've added really cool new functionality to Jester. This new version of Jester that we have in the F4 is really cool. As I understand it, it will be backported into the F14 Tomcat a little later. Boom. I'll also need to try out some of the new functionality of the Chinook as well. Diane C. Hi, have you heard anything from Polychop? I'm waiting for a Gazelle bot. I was counting on it won't be 2025 and beyond. Not so sure now. Gazelle bot. So you're looking for an AI Gazelle. Do we not already have an AI Gazelle? Oh no, when you say Gazelle bot, you're looking for an AI pilot, I assume. Aha, I get it. I have no idea. Actually, I do have a little Polychop post that I'm reading out a bit later, but it's actually about the Kiowa, or Kiowa, sorry, I always get that wrong, and the way that its control bindings are handled. So we'll be talking about that. I don't know anything about the AI pilot for Gazelle at this time. Yeah, don't know anything about that. Yogi, does the VAF have an F-16 squadron? It does. And if so, does it run training conversion course? It does. Up until recently, I've flown the F-18. VAF have both an F-16 and an F-18 squadron, and all of our squadrons do regular training. So yes, you absolutely could join that. Keep it. I don't know what time zone you're in. Keep in mind that the VAF is based in the EU, and we're centered mostly around UTC and CET. So yeah, 0 and +1 mostly. Yogi, thank you very much for your donation. That's extremely kind. Thank you very much. All of these donations help me dedicate my time in making the tutorial videos. So, if you enjoy the tutorial videos, you have the option of joining Deepak's ground crew below. You can donate directly in chat, which I really appreciate. And I also have a Ko-Fi account, which is actually in the description of my YouTube channel, if you want to just directly give me money without going through any other mechanism. Stuart McLean running a little late today, aviators. Apologies. Stuart McLean, you had it correct. Kiowa. Quinoa. It's the Quinoa Warrior, don't you know? Marvelous. Yeah, Kiowa. Kiowa. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. That's my understanding anyway. Lots of Americans have told me off for my pronunciation, but to be honest, they constantly tell me I'm saying things wrong. I get lots of little comments on my YouTube videos pointing out my pronunciation. I do happen to have an accent. I'm sorry that I'm not an American. Anyway, Jester AI has received a substantial navigation upgrade that allows in-flight INS updates and improved waypoint handling. Additionally, Heatblur has overhauled the Phantom's engine and canopy sounds for a more immersive experience, alongside new static object assets, backlighting improvements, and enhanced radar and RWR functionality, including detection of active radar homing missiles and new handoff emitter sounds for the AIM-120, AIM-54, R-77, and Tornado. Oh my. Furthermore, Heatblur has fine-tuned weapon systems and added various new munitions, including German-specific bombs such as the BL-755 and SAMP 250kg. The ACMI and TACTS pod have also been added, which is currently only visual. This update also includes improved mission editor tools, liveries, and a multitude of visual and functional enhancements to make your Phantom experience, take your Phantom experience to the next level. Check out the full changelog and make sure to update your build now to enjoy the latest additions. Yogi, I'm based in London. Well, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect for VAF. Osprey, Yogi, come join the VAF. You won't regret it. Osprey just happens to be a member of VAF. It is a good laugh. It's a very, very good squadron to fly with. Good bunch of people. And yeah, we do have squadrons for a lot of different aircraft now, because we've got this combined squadron for rotary. We have a Harrier squadron, most important. Everybody knows Harrier is most important. I happen to be CEO of that one. We also have squadrons for F-16, F-18, F-14, and F-4. So come on, you know you want to. Fishy's Canal. Hi, Deepak. I made it to the stream even after a long absence. The last update brought, among other things, much more performance, especially in VR. This is my understanding. I've actually not been able to try it out yet because my installation was borked and I had to kind of rebuild it. So I'm hoping that I'm going to have it up and running again correctly very shortly, and I will feel those VR improvements for myself because I'm also a VR flyer. So very, very interested in performance improvements for VR. Okay, and that brings us to the end of the newsletter for this week, but I've got some more things to talk about. Blue Games content journalist. Blue Games is a dedicated aviation enthusiasts channel and dives into realistic, tactical DCS gameplay. As a founding member of the JTF Mad Dogs DCS squad, they fly both fixed-wing and rotor-wing aircraft several times a week on their dedicated server, creating a fun and semi-realistic tactical environment. Tune in this Friday for a chance to win ED Miles. Oh my, how exciting. Blue Game's ultimate goal is to inspire others to explore aviation careers and pursue their ambitions through engaging streams and content. Make sure you check out Blue Game's YouTube channel and show some support. Thank you again for your passion and support. And that's everything that we have on ED's newsletter this week. But as I said, we do have this post from Polychop. Thought it was worth pointing out. This one comes from our very own John Bluer, who is a member of Deepak's ground crew. He pointed this one out. I'll bring it up on screen on my Discord. So I'm not going to read this one out, but basically, I don't know how to pronounce that. Those of you who know Finnish will be able to tell me it's Shinku Justovioleo. And as I understand it, this translates to ham and cheese sandwich, I think, is this guy's name. He's one of the Kiowa, I'm going to try and say it properly, Kiowa Warrior developers. And he has a bit of a post here all about bindings in DCS. And he's primarily complaining, I don't know if he's complaining, pointing out perhaps that in DCS, the system stores your bindings in separate files for each one of the kind of different input devices that you might have. And so this means when they're designing kind of all the inputs for the cockpit, they're having to do multiples of kind of everything because the separate files for joystick, keyboard, and mouse. Of course, most of us also have rudder pedals and throttles and maybe button boxes and all kinds of other things. So this very, very quickly duplicates a lot of these inputs. And then keep in mind that for things like the Kiowa Warrior, you have two positions in a shared cockpit. And so for each person, you're then duplicating it all over again. And then for a bunch of these inputs, you're also duplicating it because some of these inputs might have to be like on held down, on release, and things like that, if you have like 3 position switches that you want to map. So he's talking about how this is a lot of work for module developers, and they are currently in the process of developing an automation for creating these mappings, which will greatly improve how these things are handled, at least for the Kiowa Warrior. And that's apparently what's been holding up some of the updates that are to come to the Kiowa. They've been wanting to get this system perfect because, of course, so much is dependent upon the inputs system. So go ahead and check this out. It's on Polychop's Discord under the OH-58D questions channel. Well worth a little bit of a look, I would say. What's going on in chat? Mark S., good afternoon. Channel right, question in VR, do you have everything mapped on your HOTAS, or do you also use voice attack? I don't use anything like voice attack. I have a novel approach to VR, I think. I have a full HOTAS setup, and it's a Virpil CM3. One moment. Virpil CM3. Which those of you familiar with it will know has a huge number of switches and controls, and I've also got a bunch of stuff on the base as well. I find that I can get pretty much everything mapped on here that I need to, and then I also have a Virpil stick base. And currently on that, I actually have Thrustmaster Hornet stick, because I mostly fly the Harrier. And of course, the Hornet stick is close enough to a Harrier stick. Maybe one day I'll do the mod where I flip the trim and the sensor select hats. We'll see. So I mostly have everything on HOTAS, but here's where it gets interesting. I have a strap that I strap around my thigh, which has a piece of Velcro on it, and I then Velcro one of these bad boys. Ball mouse or trackball, whatever you want to call it. I strap this to my leg because then I just need to take my hand off the stick, or I can take my hand off the throttle, and I can immediately interact with the cockpit using a mouse pointer as well. So for stuff that I just need it, like startup and so on, I'll tend to actually just use the trackball to click in the clickable cockpit. And then for anything that in the real aircraft would be mapped onto the stick or throttle, I have it all mapped on the stick and throttle. So I'm mostly hands on throttle and stick, a little bit of clickiness as well. And that's great because I don't need to be able to see my desk, because of course with the VR headset on, I can't see my desk. I hope that answers your question, Channel Right. Feel free to ask me any other questions you might have about my setup. I do interesting stuff like that. Sim Taylor, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, a fairly quiet news week this week. Not that much going on. Little channel update. The DCS news and the tutorials will not be happening next Saturday. I have another short vacation, but I will return to normal the week after. I do, however, have plans to post up a GF17 video, a little bonus video or addendum, whatever you want to call it, for that, because they have just changed the way in which you can do the F10 markers for that. And Deca Ironworks simulations are an excellent module maker, in my opinion, and the JF17 is an excellent module. So I want to continue to support that as they make little changes and tweaks here and there. I want to cover those with my tutorial videos. So I'll be showing you all how that works, which will be a lot of fun. Golden GNU, DCS does axis and modifier settings really well. Yeah, I especially like the modifiers, and it also in newer versions now has a mechanism whereby you can tell it to activate certain mappings based on releasing a button or in combination with other buttons. So yeah, they've done a really good job there. Dynasty trackball sounds like a good idea. Sometimes it doesn't matter anymore by the time I find my mouse. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you're not quick enough. Yeah, the trackball is great because I don't need to be able to see anything, because I always know where it is because it's attached to my body, and I always know where my body is. That's one of the the great benefits of attaching things to yourself. Maybe I could do like a sci-fi hacker kind of style thing where I have like a keyboard wrapped around my forearm or something. Who knows? But the trackball in the leg works well. So yeah, that is in fact all the news that we have for this week. So that leaves me to pimp the VAF, as I often do. The VAF, or the Virtual Air Force, is a virtual online squadron originally founded by myself and Dot Chuckles many moons ago. We generally fly on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, with Sundays being a kind of fun event that we do, and we're always looking for more pilots. We're currently recruiting for... Now, let me see if I can remember all of these. We have a combined rotary wing squadron. We have an F4 squadron. We have a Harrier squadron, F-14s, F-16s, and F-18s. And we are always looking for more people. So feel free to join our Discord by clicking the Discord link below. And whether you fly with us or not, you're very, very welcome there. We're also looking for more air traffic controllers, mission makers, scripters, livery makers, and anyone else who enjoys this fantastic hobby. Come and join us. It's a great group to fly with, the Virtual Air Force. So, what's going on here? Sim Taylor, I had my cousin make me a couple of little tables to put my stick and throttle on, mouse with my left hand keeping the mouse behind the throttle. Channel Right, I did see someone use mixed reality. I may also look like that. Look at that, looks interesting. A lot of the VR headsets, in effect, have kind of some degree of mixed reality now anyway. I'm running the HP Reverb G2. It doesn't quite have mixed reality, but it has this thing called Spotlight, where if you're using the hand controllers, you can hit a button and then like look around in the real world, where like wherever you point your hand controller, you see a little circular view from your camera overlaid on top of the actual VR scene. I don't use it because the first couple of times I tried it, it crashed the game. But maybe they fixed it already. I don't know. Sim Taylor, same height, width, and depth as piano benches. Nice. I have an IKEA wooden chair that I assembled, and I simply put my throttle on top of that, like beside me. So the stick is mounted with a proper stick mount to my desk, and then my throttle is just on a chair beside me. The height and position actually works. It's spot on. Golden Gnu, what VR headset do you have? It's the HP Reverb G2 version 2. I'm really tempted to get the Pimax Crystal Light. I may purchase that at some stage soon. We'll see. Google thinks I'm talking to her. So yeah, we'll have a see. We'll have a see. Maybe I'll get one of those at some stage. In any case, I've been Deepak. You have the option of further supporting the channel by joining Deepak's ground crew, and I very much appreciate those of you who do so. It's a small monthly fee. You can click join below if you'd like to join now. Please consider it if you can. It's a really big help to me and to the channel. But thank you very much, current members of Deepak's ground crew. Channel Right, JR Walker, Fishy's Canal, Mr. Yeti, Bread, Tier Zero, Sean IM81, John Bloor, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Whiskey Dale, Stuart McLean, Mangash, Exorcist, Frantic, Michael, Wilzo845, A Balance, Byron Farrow, Osprey, excuse me, Squeaky, Pink Floyd, and Samantha. Thank you very much, all of you, for your support. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. That's also a big help to me and to the channel, and that's free. Like I said, I've been Deepak. I do a new tutorial video every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. UK time. I'm currently doing a series all about the Mirage F1E. One moment. Something caught my throat there. Okay. Currently doing a series on the Mirage F1EE. Sim Taylor, didn't HP quit sporting that? Yes. Yeah, they have. But it uses Windows Mixed Reality, so it doesn't matter. Although that's also had support dropped for it. But it still works for now. Oh, Osprey, I know you're busy, but we must do a ground crew mission. I agree. I very much agree. Yes, we should do one of those sessions soon. So yeah, I do a new tutorial video every Saturday at 6:30 p.m, which is then followed by the DCS news, which just happens to be this thing, what you're watching right now. Thank you all very much for watching, and thank you for your support. The channel's doing rather well. Fly safe, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta.